Hello, hello. I hope everyone's doing good tonight. Whoever's watching this on YouTube, Twitch, and hopefully eventually TikTok. But I applied for a live TikTok account and I was denied. I'm not 100% sure why, except that it's a brand new account that has no history. So I assume that's why they denied me. So it looks like TikTok's going to have to wait for a little while before I can hop on there. I hope everyone's doing well. Tonight we're going to be doing part 5 of our Kasumis Asteroid. Yep. We're going to be creating our base cooling system. We'll be tackling the other cool steam or cool salt slush geyser. Sorry, my talking can be kind of off a little bit sometimes. I am old, so forgive me. We're going to be turning on our SPOM today. It's kind of a strange looking SPOM, but you know what? I don't care. It's all about doing something a little bit different. We'll be feeding the SPOM with our brine water. And we've already got our layout for our pipe system. So now we just got to wait for them to finish. We'll be going to triple speed. Today is basically going to be maybe not a long stream after over 5 hours yesterday. I don't know if I can go that long tonight. We're probably going to be going till 10, so maybe 2.5 hours, I'm thinking. And if I'm feeling good, maybe we can go 3. We'll see. I'll eventually get a schedule up. I'm working on emotes. I'm working on a lot of things to make myself definitely more professional. It's going to take me a little bit of time. I'm a little bit overwhelmed. This is a lot for me, streaming, and a lot for me to get together. I want to be, good, or at least entertaining, and I want you to be able to enjoy the game and all that good stuff. I need to get rid of this water because these poor guys continue to go through the water, getting their debuffs when we really don't need that anymore. We really don't need it. Yeah, we need to drop it down somewhere. Maybe we'll drop it down here. I don't know. We'll figure it out eventually. But right now we're working on our cooling loop. We're working on our, there it is, the cold slush geyser. We need to create a way to get it down here. So we'll be doing that once they're done with the cooling loop. We need them to finish that cooling loop first before we give them another job. We only have 10 dupes. We're at cycle 309. We'll eventually drop and utilize this saltwater geyser, but that emits at over 200 degrees. We need to get our suits going before we can do that. We need these guys growing there. We need them to eat, but we also need them to looking for any more. We got 3 down there, or a couple down there. I don't know why they won't come up, but so be it. Hope everyone who's watching is doing well. I hope everybody's healthy. I hope you're safe. At first, I just used granite pipes for my cooling loop. As you can see here, it kind of zigzags through the base, through our system here. And now that we got this figured out, we need to go ahead and delete all of that. For some reason, the destroy commands always take precedent over the build commands. I will tell you what, if my dupes' only job were to destroy things, I'd have the best dupes on the planet. But the bottom line is that's not their only job. Yay, we'll get some more Drecos, glossy Drecos. Oh, what are you doing over there, my friend? He's going to end up starving to death. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel him. And then I'm going to move him up here ASAP. So hopefully we can save his life and he does not lose it. So here I want my temperature that if it's above 1200 and this one above 1200, it'll turn the oxygen on. If this is above 500 and it's hydrogen for 25 or 30 seconds, that'll turn that one on. And then the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to feed our base. There we go. We're going to feed our base with that one. Our base isn't going to be very big. Eventually, we're going to seal it all in. And then we need to take these critters. Not that guy. Set it to this. And then we'll move them up here. All those critters. Let's get them out of that room. Remember, don't be shy. Let's say hi on chat, so I know who I'm talking to. That's always a lot of fun. We're getting them all in that room. We're going to shave them all. I'll be definitely working on getting some emotes, some different things here soon. Let me see where we at with all the building. Okay, well. We should have our oxygen machine running here soon. And that'll start providing oxygen to our base. There we go. Sometimes you see the off-gassing and I don't know what it is, but we're not 100% automated yet. We're eventually going to get rid of everything and put it in the water. The only thing I'm afraid of is that algae will start disintegrating. I've been told that with the new update, the algae disintegrates in water under light. And we'll need to seal in the rest of our base here. We're going to have the entrance and exit down here. We're eventually going to have to move the water. Create a tank. Do something with it. It may end up here since I got nothing going on there. But we'll see what happens. We're just waiting for him to build. Build, build, build. They're the same here. Hey, Kasumi. Good to see ya. How are you tonight? I'm glad you were able to make it. We're going to try to get a lot done. We're uncovering our second cool slush salt geyser right up there. We're going to add it to this one. We're running on gold now. We've got gold coming in, which is awesome. Probably get rid of some of that salt too while we're at it, just to get rid of it. I think it's under raw mineral. Nope. Let's see, where is salt? Well, anyway, we'll get rid of it eventually. Oh, there it is, under consumable ore. Now it'll get rid of some of that salt that's just sitting in there hot. Why? Why'd you have a panic moment? What's going on? Tell me about it. What happened? I appreciate everybody tuning in. What happened, Miss Kasumi? I think it's almost done. Now, we're not going to have a ton of oxygen to begin with. Looks like our loop is almost ready as well. Very good. Very good. We've got our first printable. I'll take the gold. Why not? Oh, and we've also got somebody who now knows Masterworks. So we can start making art. All right, let's turn on our first set of... There we go. I like to be able to control my electrolyzers. I usually do half and half. And here we go. Still got some polluted oxygen in there, and that's all right. We'll live. In case polluted oxygen gets in there. Turn that off for a minute so I can put in the oxygen here. There we go. That'll help us get rid of that polluted oxygen that's in there. Perfect. I don't like all that polluted oxygen being in there, but there's nothing I can do about it now. You had uncovered a volcano that was right above your base, which erupted and melted half of your refinery. It also had air around you at 400 degrees. Oh, thank God nobody died, and I'm glad everybody's safe, but that's crazy. Yes, very crazy. Sorry to hear that happen to you. That kind of sucks. Let's turn that back on. I really, though, do need them to come in and fix this. Get these built for me. And then I am going to put one outside the base. I'm going to have that fed by the same thing. Love, love, love the hydrogen. We're soon going to have plenty of it. Let's see how we're doing with this. Oh, I'm sure stress was 100%. Oh my gosh, the wrong liquid. Your circuits are going crazy. A volcano is erupting. Your base is 400 degrees. Your buildings are melting. Your dupes are stressing. Holy cow. That is a mess. But it sounds like you recovered. Wow. That is insane. I'm gonna get that built so I can get rid of the Okay, I think that has sand already. Let's see. Yeah, we're good. Carbon dioxide's okay. The carbon dioxide can go in the base. Yeah. Once this is all built up, we'll start again. Who is starving already? Nice. Yeah, that cool slush salt geyser really makes a difference when your base is 400 degrees. Holy cow. That is nuts. I am so glad you got through that okay. I'm so glad. All right, that's going to eat up that. Let's do it. Let's do the other side too. All right, we are in action. Oh, no electricity, guys. Come on. We need that electricity. Just for a little while. Just for a little while longer, you need to run the wheel. Until all that polluted oxygen gets knocked out and that carbon gets knocked out, you know, we may end up with the wrong gas in our power supply, but that's okay. That's life. I'm going to put one here too, I think. There we go. That'll help get that under control up on top a little bit. And there it goes. Let's see how it's doing. There goes our first oxygen to the base. Excellent. And that'll slowly fill our base. Eventually, we'll get enough hydrogen up here that it'll turn these gas pumps on, and those gas pumps will then in turn start feeding our hydrogen generators. Yep. Now we'll start taking care of that polluted oxygen. Our cool slush geyser is going good. Nabusco, what is up? Nice, 100? That's nice. 100 hatches, slowly dying. Good. Well, hopefully I'm helping. I really do hope that I'm helping. I think our cooling loop is just about... Nope, we got a little bit more here, but I don't think they can reach that. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to build some stairs. And then... Yeah, there's a problem here. That's funny. We'll build that. We're going to need to build this. There we go. There we go. Now we should be able to get those pipes built, and I think that's all we have left for our pipe system. Yep. We're now ready to go. Oh, and just as that is about to go off, I'll take some copper, please. The printing pod's being a little bit kinder to me now. It is. Now we're going to reconnect this plumbing, because we're going to need more polluted water. So now we're going to connect everything up. Disconnect here. There we go. Then we disconnect there. Now we destroy this. All right, Kasumi, here we go. Well, cooling cool steam vents isn't as hard as you think it is. It just is. It's kind of hard to get. It's easy, but it does require a lot of resources. Let's put it that way. For the amount of water you get, really isn't probably worth it. But here goes all that water going out at 78 degrees. We're going to check this and see where we're at. We're at 77, so I'm going to lower it to 70 degrees because I know it's going to pick up temp. Okay. And then there it goes. It's already at 80 degrees as it's entering my base. $80 degrees. Yep. Let's get this going with some more polluted. We need more polluted. We need to get this at least to 4,500. There it goes. We're now at 82 degrees. The cooling loop. But it will start cooling everything down. 82 degrees. We're going to change this to 68 degrees. Nabusco, how are you, buddy? You doing well? Thank you, everybody who's watching. I so appreciate it. We've got our SPOM running. It's a little overkill, but we'll eventually get to a point where we're going to add a third. Once we are able to get the 4 kilowatt wire, we're going to redo this whole thing here. 1,700. Let's see what our gas looks like. Yep. Our gas is fine. It's at 1,700, which is fine. I mean, it is what it is for now. Plenty of gold. Getting the salt out on the line. Dang, we're down to 213 kilograms. We're gonna need a lot of freaking water. Dang. Excellent. Glad to hear, Nabusco. Glad to hear. I hope everyone else is doing well on the stream. If you don't mind, let me know who's here. Say hello. Let me know what kind of ice cream you like. I found a new one at Walmart. I don't know if whoever has access to Walmart. It's called Cookie Monster or Cookie something. And it's basically cookie dough ice cream. It's a bluish color, vanilla. And it's got like a fudge in it. But the problem is they only give you like 5 little pieces of cookie. It's kind of a ripoff. Oh, nice, Nabusco. You're preparing for space. So good luck with your space program, my friend. For sure. All right, we're back up to 825. We need as much polluted water as we can get there. The more water we get in, the more stable the water will be. That's for sure. Yeah, sorry I don't have any emotes. Sorry I don't have any like special follower things. This is my 6th stream. I'm pretty new at this whole thing. I play this game all the time, so I figured, you know what the hell, might as well just stream it. Maybe I can make some new friends that are interested in the game. I don't know a lot of people that play this game, so if I have like-kind people in my stream, that'd be awesome. I'm an old man. I'm about 55. Just chilling. Just chilling. Glad I got my gold refinery, my gold volcano tame. We're going to be conquering a copper volcano here eventually. We're also going to need to make some oxygen tanks. I was thinking about making them up here, but I need to find a spot to put this. We've got a lot of water building up here. I might just feed them into the SPOMs. For sure. Okay, we're up to 1625. I appreciate all the viewers tonight. This won't be a super long stream. I don't think I can go 5 hours again like I did yesterday. This will probably be 2.5 hours today as we get caught up. My wife's family's in town. So the next thing I need to make is I need to make my oxygen tanks for my... I'm just going to have to dig into here eventually. But I definitely need my oxygen tanks for my Atmos suits, and I also need Atmos suits. Let's see here. We're eventually going to overload something, but that's okay. How are we doing with our... Okay, we're looking good, looking good. I think I'm going to have to put this lower. We'll call that 1,000 or 900. No, we'll say 950. I need this to be as hydrogen as possible because I don't want that to suck up the polluted oxygen if it doesn't have to. I hate the fact that the polluted oxygen is higher than the oxygen right now. That's kind of annoying. You don't understand what is important for people. Nabusco. There we go. What's important to people, buddy? Okay, that's locked. We are fully pressured here, which is great with our oxygen. No issues there. Need to get our Wheezewort. Forgot about that. Okay. I won't lie, I like my other... I do like my other gas chambers better. I like the modded ones versus the originals here. I just do. I just like them so much better. There we go. All right. Come on, let's get this done. There we go. Get him out of there. All right, let's go to 3 speed. All right, we should be good now. I'm going to go ahead and put this on a... We got plenty again. The more liquid you have in there, the more consistent the liquid's going to be as far as temp. Okay. We're sitting at exactly about 70 degrees. We've got this set on 68, so it's coming out about 68, 67. By the time it's coming back around, it's at 75. So that's fine for me. This has calmed down. Our gas is about 280 degrees. Excellent. So our gold volcano's good. Everything looks good. We've got our... There it goes. Let's see, how are we doing here? We're almost there. Excellent. All right, now we just need... Oh, someone made a mess on top. My smart mop is finally working again. They updated the smart mop feature. We're going to make blue a light blue. For now, we'll have some... we'll put the glass maker somewhere else when the time comes. Oh, dropped my mic. Sorry about that. How am I going to do this? It's a tiny piece in there. So I've got that going. I've got this. We have the iron for the Atmos suits. We also have a little bit of aluminum, but we're definitely going to want the iron. I'm going to need at least 15 Atmos suits. So that would be what? 15 times... I don't know. Let's do the math. Anybody get that for me? Let's see here. 300. 4,500. All right. Let's do it. See, we need 23. We'll start with our first 5. Yep, now we need to figure out what we're going to do with this. That's the real question. No, you're good. I'm not expecting you to do math for me. I just need to figure out exactly how much iron I need, because I want to be careful not to make too much iron ore, from the simple fact that it's actually time, I think, to use some wood in here. Do I have enough wood? Because that definitely would help with my... Do I have enough wood still? That'll help with my decor big time. The wood. I don't know where my tile went here, but that's okay. We'll put some wood there for the time being. Yeah, you're totally fine not doing any math. I'm thinking about putting this here. That's what I'm thinking about. Then I'm going to put some plumbing under here. That'll be good. I don't have a lot of wood left, but it's definitely going to help with my... Are you at 100% scale growth? You are. Yay. No, those guys have been sheared. All right, we're getting there. Yep. Sorry, still figuring out how I'm going to figure this out. I know I need to start building my... I have unlimited gold, so I might as well use that, right? Well, that's 13 right there. And then I'll seal it up this way. And that will seal the base up, I'm pretty sure, except for the top up here will be exposed. I'm doing the plumbing as just regular old granite because I don't mind a little temperature exchange. I really don't mind the temperature exchange considering. Yep. And all of our Atmosuit docks are gone. Looks like we got a little bit going on here. We do got some to feed now. That's good news. How's our temps? Our temps are pretty solid for the most part. I'm thinking I'm going to allow my SPOM to feed off that, as well as up here. I got plenty of gold, so that's not like an issue. There we go. I'd prefer not to have my SPOM running everything, but what are you going to do? You just got to do what you can do, right? Come on, dupes. Come on. Let's do it. Oh, we got our first prize. Gloves, of course. I always seem to get a lot of gloves. That's a bummer. There we go. There's that. There we go. We're going to get all this set up here shortly. We'll get our piping done. We're going to move this water tank up to here, so I'm going to unplug it from here for now so we can empty it out. Yep. And then go from there. Get that done. They're getting this done. There we go. Good. I couldn't complain. We need to get rid of this tank. We got our first Atmosuits. We got 3 of them. Very good. We'll say 6. If I have 10 dupes, I don't mind having 5 extra suits. I like making sure I got plenty of stuff there for them. Okay, are these guys, they're not shredded yet, eh? Is that because they're not... Are the scales not 100%? Nope, they're not. So let's go ahead and get rid of them. We're going to move them into here. Then we're going to immediately move these guys into here. We lost another glossy Draco. We're down to 1. That sucks, to say the least. That sucks. But what are you going to do? No, I don't know if I want to do that. Still trying to figure out how I want to do my oxygen. Yep. It's a lot of hot air around here, but it is cooling it some. By the time it gets up here, we're still already sitting at 71 degrees, so we're good. Oh, the math? I figured it out already. I needed to know how much iron I needed to make the suits. But I'm getting there. That was the math that I needed, buddy. Yep, yep. I think the reason why we haven't dug that out in forever is because I didn't have enough room here to do it. And then that also doesn't give me much room. There we go. Let's get that done. Yeah. There we go. Now to get rid of this. Good. Get rid of all that water. That's going in the sodium machine. While this is running, I'll be right back. I'm going to take a real quick break. I need to refresh myself real quick. BRB. I am back. All right. Now that's full. How are we with the water? There's still a little bit of water left. So I'm going to get rid of that. We'll let them keep drinking the sody pop. Oh, someone made a mess. Not good. Why? What's wrong with the bathrooms? Nothing's wrong with the bathrooms, so I don't know why they're peeing on the floor. Yeah. All right. Still need to finish all the building. See how our decor is looking? Much better. The nice thing about going from granite tile to wood tile is the fact that you can reuse the granite that you just dug up from the wood tile going in. So that's kind of nice. What's with those streamview.com things? This is like, I've gotten one on, not every stream, but I've gotten one on a few. Nabusco, you're the expert. Is that a bot? Just out of curiosity. I think I want to do this. It's bots. Thank you, Kasumi. All right, let's see how our decor is looking. Much, much better, I must admit. We're back up to 8 tons of wood, so I'm going to go ahead and do wood down like that. All right, now we just got to wait for some more wood to grow. We do have one arbor acorn tree, which will eventually replace a couple of these with here soon. There we go. We'll start filling up the oxygen so that when the time comes, we can fill up those bad boys. I appreciate everybody who's here with me tonight. It really is very kind of you to spend your time with me, considering I am not a professional. That's for sure. Think about sealing it here, but I'm not sure yet where I'm going to seal it. Gonna wait on that. Who doesn't want a sculpting block? Near the shower that they're showering in, right? Let's see, what wallpaper do I want to put there? There we go. How's my decor looking? Very good. You want to do a hard map? I bet you can do a lot of things, Nabusco. It wouldn't surprise me. You want to see me get crushed in a hard map? We'll get there. I have a photograph of the hard map you gave me. A hard map. I mean, we all do, Kasumi. Everybody's still learning. There's no question. I still am. If I played Nabusco's map, I probably wouldn't even survive, honestly. You know? There's a good chance I'd be dead pretty quick. All right, that's filling up. We'll eventually get to a hard map and I'll get my butt kicked. For sure. We've got 9 of our Atmos suits, so that's good. I wish they had a copy on this one. And you have to do them all manually. Here we go. So the way I do my Atmos suits, I do them by groups of 5. So I usually do a... Okay, let's see here. Don't do the top. I guess I can do the top. And then I do down 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I do 1 up, down. Then I do another one of these bad boys. Okay. So that's going to go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll do another one. Yep. Then we do a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Now we're ready for the next set of suits. I'm going to have to move this equipment over here, I think. So I'm going to get rid of that. I don't need that anymore. Right? I also don't need the pipe that's here. Then I'm going to do 2 of them. Okay. There's that. Then I'm going to do this up. Then we're going to do this. Okay. There we go. Almost there. I appreciate everybody who's joining us tonight. I've noticed that we've been bouncing around with a few viewers. If you haven't followed, I'd appreciate a follow. I now need to get rid of all the... There we go. That looks good. Kind of put it through like that for now and start filling that up. We need some more Atmos suits. How much do I have? I have enough for 6 more. 6 more Atmos suits. Our water's filling up those tanks, which is what we need to do. There we go. Then what we're going to need to do is sometimes it's a little bit difficult. To figure out how you want to make your spaghetti. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not. And then after those 3, I'd like to have 5 extra suits, so that'd be 8. See how are we on iron? I need more iron. I'll do another 10. Welcome, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good time. Hope you're having a good night. Trying to get this whole area moved over here so I have room for a few more Atmos suits. That would be nice. We're slowly running out of water for our toilets, which we're going to fix here in a minute. There that goes. Now we're going to get rid of this. Well, actually, we'll wait for everybody to use the restroom. All right. think we're good. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to get rid of this. We're going to pipe that one out. Set that to 9. Okay, that's almost empty. We just need that to finish emptying. Well, you know what? We'll just deconstruct it anyway. Almost there. All right, we're doing all right. Perfect. Then what we're going to do is we are going to make for future consideration for this water to exit out. That'll be good. Gonna get rid of that, and we're gonna put our filtration medium next to it. I'm gonna make it yellow for sand. Then we're gonna think that'll be good like that. And this auto sweeper is going to feed the sand into our filter so that way we no longer need a dupe to do it. All right, we have enough Atmos suits for 25 dupes. That will work. Good. And now we have an exit for the water. Perfect. Huh. I can then attach this to that. And then once all that's built, I can detach it from there. But we're going to be in a lot of trouble with our power here soon. Yep. How's our temp here? We're good, and we're going to set this up. They can't finish that conveyor rail because... Alright. That'll let us build it. Then we can set that to rotten food. Rot pile or polluted dirt. And then we also need power for it. Why don't we have power? There we go. That'll work. There we go. It's almost time for another clean. There we go. And there goes that polluted dirt. So we have a tiny bit of polluted oxygen in there, but we'll live. It'll get squeezed out eventually. But we won't have any more because of the polluted dirt. All right. We are looking good, team. We are looking very good. And we're going to have to start working on our power system here. But the next thing we need to do is build a habitat for our Drekos. All right. Excellent. Yes, now we need to finish this. All right. There we go. And that should do it. Then we got these guys coming out here. There you go. Filling them up with oxygen. There we go. That'll start filling them up. All right. All right, what's next? We've got this going. Now we can unlock it. Should be built everything for that. Yep. And how's our wires doing? 3265, but that's okay because not everything's going to be powered all at once. All right. What I'm going to do to make sure we're maximizing our packets, we're going to do a hydro sensor. We're going to put it here. And shut that off. Now, whichever one sends a green signal will be the one that we go for. So let's get that built up. So how's everybody's day? How have you been today? Anything exciting happen to you today? At work? At home? Your kids do anything cute? Today I drove my family around the neighborhood. My wife's family, that is. Took them to some historical sites here in Virginia. And they were up at D.C. yesterday, Washington, D.C., checking out the sites. Let's see if we can clean any of this out. But yeah, everything's good on my end. So our freezer is still frozen. Negative 43 degrees. Not too shabby with an ugly little tiny blip. But we won't have to worry about that anymore, as this conveyor chute will get rid of any polluted dirt that we have. All right. Let's set that to above 500 kilograms. So what'll happen is this will fill to 500 kilograms. Once it gets to 500, it'll send a green signal, or I can send a green signal. Either way, we don't have to worry about that anymore. That'll just keep going until we hit here. Now I've got to decide, what am I going to do with this? With my tank. I know I'm going to increase the size of it. That I do know. That 111 degrees will definitely cool down thanks to that. Yep. I won't lie, this is when I miss my, I'm going to start doing gold here for the NG's tune-up. This is when I miss my airlock, my modded airlock. The modded airlock is so cool. Versus the liquid locks. I definitely need to get in here. Okay, that's all cleared out, which is nice. I do need to get into that. Once I get Atmos suits, oh, it's going to be pretty darn good. I must admit. The next thing I need to build, though, is my Dreco Ranch. I just need to decide where I'm going to build it. I'm thinking about building it up here. That's what I'm thinking. Clear more of this out. And they start cleaning some of this oxygen. But you know what I should do better? Probably gonna do it here. Maybe do one up here. And one over here. Don't know why that happened. I'm going to rebuild this again. Sorry, my wife's texting me. You know what? Forget that. This is too much work to pipe and do all that stuff. I'm just going to forget it for right now. I'm just going to build it up here in the end. Forget those things. I'm just going to do it from here. Yep, and then I'm going to set my kiln back to ceramic, because I definitely need ceramic. Oh. How am I doing with that? Doing all right. My pips have escaped. Dang, that's terrible. Come on, pips. All right. How's this going up here? Excellent. So glad I found the gold volcano. Just makes things a lot easier. Hip, hip, hooray. Soon we'll start cleaning everything out. We're at 3 speed. Cycle 335 with 407,000 kcals. When it's time to change up our map, Nabusco, where do you want me to go next? You gonna crush me with a super hard map or what? So my son and I, we got a new game. We got the Mouse PI, Detective for Hire. So I wouldn't mind playing that eventually. Not anytime soon, but let him play it first. Yep. There we go. All right. So far, so good. We've got our SPOM. We've got... Everything's looking good. Get rid of some more of that stuff. Everything's good here. We need 8 more suits. 2,400 more iron. Uh-oh, what are you guys doing? All right. I think... Let's see. That might work. Okay, I think we got plenty of room here to make it. I think that would work. Good. Get rid of the lockers. Don't need those there. Yeah, productive day for the most part today. Let's see. I could build a small one here. Not sure where I want to build that freaking farm. I need to get into here also. I know I need to get into that way. It's erupting, so I'm gonna have to hold on until I get the Atmos. We're getting there, though. We'll be sealing up our base here pretty soon. Stupid zombie spores. All right. All right, time to work on our kitchen. We're almost out of copper. I don't think I'm going to make my kitchen too sophisticated. For now, at least, I think I'm going to keep it pretty basic. I'll redesign it later if I need to. Yep. There we go. Oh, we're missing the refrigerator. I put that there by accident instead of the refrigerator. My bad. There we go. That's what I meant to put. We're going to automate our kitchen. So what's going to happen is all the raw food's going to go into the refrigerator. And then all the cooked food will go into our deep freezer. And there you have it. Slowly building away. $950. I meant 500. There he goes. That was a mistake. Time to get rid of that. Max pressure, I'm going to get rid of that. This. There we go. There we go. All right, so we want this to be a 6. We'll go ahead and do those. Bristleberry, fish fillet, lettuce, meal ice, meat, mushroom, raw egg, shellfish. Then we'll come up here when that's built and we'll do our cooked foods. Let's get that done. Come on, Metatronics engineers, get her done. Now we're going to go up here and we're going to set this to an 8. And we're going to make... Then we're going to make barbecue, cooked seafood, fried mushrooms, frost bun, gristleberry, omelet, pickled meal, and spicy tofu. And that way then the auto sweeper will prioritize this over the refrigerator. Excellent. And we've got... Good. There you have it. And we're going to switch that to a 9. We'll eventually move the egg cracker up. There we go. Get rid of it. Clean it up. Clean it up, guys. Clean it up. I did it again. With my pips. Oh. You're running for me. There we go. Alright, we got our kitchen done. Excellent. We're almost there. So what am I going to do next? That's the question. What do you think I should do next, guys? What's next on our agenda? I know we're going to work on getting rid of this polluted oxygen. Want to get that done so we can start cleaning some of this oxygen up. Temps are good. We got our oxygen sink here. We need to start working on our power spine. But where am I going to put it? I'm thinking I'm going to put it over here. But I do need my... I think I'll just start working on that next. Alright, let's see here. There we go. Time for a Dreckle farm. Time to get some plastic. That's for sure. Get that cleaned up. We'll let that gas get out of there. Get it up to the top of the base. Okay, that's cleaning. That's good news. Get that built next, so we can start cleaning up that oxygen. All right, we're looking good. We're at 4 times speed. How are we doing with oxygen? Slowly but surely, we're getting her done. Ceramic, how are we doing with ceramic? Only 1,780 kilograms. All right. There we go. All right, let's see what's going on. All right, let's do this. Okay, we got some wood. But we need mesh tile. I'm sorry, but I'm going to use my small pneumatic door for this one. Hope you're all cool with that. All right. Come on, you got this. You got this, Pay. Let's get that built next for her, please. Let's save her. Come on. There you go. Now you should be able to get out. There you go, just in time. Indeed. I'm actually going to cancel this because I'm not going to need it now. There you go. Change my mind. What we're doing is we're building our Dreco Ranch. And we'll build more if we need to. Okay, we're going to need to go a ladder on these. So we get that stuff deconstructed. All right. There we go. All right. Are you guys stuck in there? Holy cow again. Hi, these guys, I tell ya. I don't know what they're thinking. All right. We're getting there. All right. We are now working on our Dreco Ranch. Which we are getting together. I'm going to hold off on that for now. Oh, we got another prize. Let's check it out. Ooh, red glitter gloves. That's always fun. You don't know what I'm doing? I'm building a Dreco Ranch. Yep. Oh no. We need the Dreco Ranch bad, folks. Bad. Hope everyone's doing good tonight. Earlier I was trying to find out your favorite ice cream. Building our Dreco Ranch. Oh, someone's stuck again. Oh, no, okay. There he goes. Okay, he found his way out. I was worried for a minute. My goodness. All right. Hopefully we can get this Dreco Ranch. Are you stuck again? Holy cow, everybody's stuck. We are getting there, ladies and gentlemen. To start, eventually I like to get a few of these ranches done. Obviously as quickly as I can. Because we're definitely going to have more regular Drecos than we are. Oh god, are you stuck yet again? Are you freaking kidding me? They keep getting stuck. Are you going to be able to get out of there? Or are you still stuck? Ay, ay. These guys are... The dupes are driving me crazy. They're getting stuck everywhere. That's for sure. Nothing like a duck... a duck. A stuck dupe. Did I do that too high? Let's see here. All right. I screwed up my height. Screwed up my height. Come on, guys. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. I screwed up my height here, too. All right. There we go. Indeed. Getting the old Dreco Ranch ready. I don't really have a lot of dirt. I need to get more. I need to get another farm going here. You know what I need to do? I'm going to have to compost. Once this gets done, I'm going to end up having to compost it out. There we go. Pretty sure that's where I want it to be. Working on the old Dreco Ranch. There we go. There we go. That should get that done. Hope everyone's still doing well. We are building our Dreco Ranch. We need plastic pretty terribly. Okay, good. That's done. I didn't think they could reach that, but they could. Thank goodness. I'm going to have my SPOM kind of power everything right now with the hydrogen generators. Once I get enough plastic to go with the 4 kilowatt wire, I'm going to go that route, obviously. Yeah, here we go. Get rid of that. There we go. This side's going to be the Drecos. This side will be the Glossies. Eventually, I'd like this whole thing to be Glossies, and I'll probably expand it to the right here and add a couple of more ranches once we kind of deplete the ice area up here. That's what I'm thinking anyway. Yep. Want to make sure they can get up from up here when the time comes, and then we'll eventually get rid of that ladder. There we go. All right. All right, we're going to do brine, since we got so much of it over here. Dormant for the next 60 cycles or 50 cycles or so. Okay. About 20 more minutes maybe, and then we're going to be calling it a night. Let's get that going. We need to vacuum this place out. There we go. Okay. That's at 105. Did I do that? Did I screw up my top tile? I think I did. I think I screwed up this top tile here. Oh. All right, we're getting rid of the... I think I messed up the top tile. Because this room's 105. 4, 3, 2, 1, 99, 98, 97, 96. Yep, that's exactly what I did. Shame on me. There we go. All right. Actually, you know what? That is correct. Yeah, that's correct. There we go. We'll get this vacuum. We'll get this all vacuumed out. And we'll get this going. Welcome to the stream. We're just working on our Draco Ranch. Yep. It looks like we've pretty much got that going. So now we need to rush this job. Yep, we're at cycle 351. We've got about 500,000 kcals available to us. We've got a very nice deep freezer over here at about negative 30, negative 40 degrees. We've got our little kitchen up and running now. Things are looking good. Got our SPOM running. We've got our gold volcano taking care of business. And so far, so good. Unreachable build. Why? Oh, because of this. That is exactly why. We cannot reach it. He was going to do it, but then he got sent somewhere else. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. see. We're going to go with purple stripe, I think. Here we are. Soon we don't have to worry about the wet feet buff because we're going to have Atmos suits. Our Atmos suits are almost ready down here. We've got one to go there and one here. So we are rocked solid in. We are about ready to go with the Atmos suits. And then, of course, somebody had to pee in our beautiful new Dreco Ranch, of course. Gotta love that. Why not? Why not just pee in our Dreco Ranch? Alright, who's starving? Oh, okay, we're okay, we're okay. New principles are available. How are you stuck again? Our narcoleptic is sleeping on the floor. Come on, dupes. There we go. Now you can get down. We're going to drop it down one more to kind of even it out here when the time comes. Oh. We are getting our Dreco Ranch underway. Soon we'll have reed fiber and plastic. Plastic being super important. We need to get rid of that. Any of these liquids and just toss them out. Get rid of it. We are getting our Dreco Ranch underway. We'll get some carbon dioxide in there. We'll get some hydrogen in there. There we go. Here we go. Excellent. That's the best part about having a stable base, is you don't have to pay that close of attention for a little while. I've got 2 arbor acorns, so I am going to go ahead and prepare. Dig those bad boys up. Get rid of this one. Okay, where are my seeds? We're going to be getting rid of the thimbleweed seeds. To leave room for only the arbor acorn seeds. Who the heck keeps almost suffocating? I don't know. Whoop. Didn't see that. Okay, we're good. We're solid. Oh, we need to get rid of this. There we go. Get rid of that one. We should have enough arbor acorn trees to get 5 going in here. You know? So that's the plan. Okay, yep, we should be able to plant the next arbor acorn tree there. And we'll get all 5 growing for us. All right. Let's go ahead and drop that one. Then we're going to drop this one. Drop that one. Then we're going to build another row here. Okay, there's that. Then we can drop this. Unfortunately, we allowed a little bit more air to flow through, but that's okay. It's almost gone. Okay, the arbor tree's growing. Yep. There we go. Good Pippi. And now the last arbor tree. We need to relocate that up here ASAP. Our hydrogen is almost full. There we go. There we go. Get that built. I'm going for the tiny pneumatic door. I'm sorry, I just love the way it looks better than the regular pneumatic door. Good. $96. $96. Good. There we go. I'm going to take a quick drink break. I'm going to let things kind of run, just save the game. I'll be back in just a few minutes. I am back. I see they're working on the base still. Let's finish this up. All right, that should do it. Actually, I don't want to do that quite yet because I got to get over and build this side. Hey, welcome to the stream. I hope everybody's doing all right. We're working on our Draco Ranch right now, vacuuming the room out so we can get our hydrogen and our carbon dioxide into the building. We also want to make sure we get everything as organized as possible. I need to decide how am I going to do this. I know I'm going to have the eggs go up here and I'm going to be using a non-vanilla building. So the building I'm going to be using for the non-vanilla is going to be on the shipping. And I'll be using the M Solid Splitter Mark II. And what that does is you can split off more than one item at a time. So when I'm shearing or they're pooping their phosphorite, I want that to exit the building, but their eggs I want to stay here on the top for a starving chamber. At least that's the plan. And the Mark II will allow me to, it should be in-game, like we shouldn't have to have a splitter, 500 splitters to separate 500 items. So as long as everybody's good with that, I'm going to use that. I use the small pneumatic doors. I just like them so much. They're not vanilla, but I like them. It just makes it look just a lot better, in my opinion. We've got our liquid lock here. We're getting all of our drywall in. Clearing the room out of all the gases. So we can get them Drecos in there and get them eating. That's always important too. We don't have much dirt though. But we just finished our... There we go. This should provide us some dirt, some happy pips, and then once we get more arbor acorn seeds, we'll build a pip farm. For sure. Slowly but surely our base is getting taken care of. Yep. If you have any questions, of course, please ask. If you want to say hello in chat, please do. I always love to know who I'm talking to in the chat. Try to keep it fun. I'm located here in Virginia in the United States. Always curious where the viewers are from. Once we get enough plastic, I may end up... Once we get enough Drecos, I should say, I may end up making a second farm. Heading out this way through the ice. I could also go to the left and expand it there as too. Just not have made that decision yet. We will be using some of this hydrogen to fill. And we've already got our Atmos suits pretty much prepared. Let's get that pip squeak and that pip squeak. We need all the dirt we can get right now. I'm going to end up composting. Composting is very labor intensive, but I need the dirt. I've only got 7.1 tons left. I really screwed up early game. Instead of going with a natural meal lice ranch here, I went with a tame, and I just used up all my dirt. Slime-wise, we've got 45 tons of slime, so our mushroom farm is safe. We're at cycle number 357, and we're sitting on a little over 500,000 kcals of food. We're going to start putting a rush on some of this stuff here. We'll start with the top. Let's look at our decor. That's not the best. Nothing we can do about that, but over here, definitely a lot better. A lot better. There we go. We're going to need that hydrogen. There we go. We're going to need our carbon dioxide, which we've got, and our junk gases down below. Let's shut that off now. We have our infinite storage down here. That's collecting all of our junk gases. The way that works is you just have two vents here. You put about 1 kilogram of water over the vent, not over the other side, but over the actual vent itself. And then your little building here becomes an infinite storage. We have like 400, we have a ton of gases in here that are all separate. It's a good way to keep the bottom of your base clear until you reach space. We haven't done space yet. We have so much oxygen everywhere. We've got a cool salt geyser in the top, one here in the bottom. And like I said, we're ready to go with Atmos suits soon. Now we're going to get rid of those stairs. See how big this room is. 96 tiles, or is it 95? Let's see. Oh, 95. We're one tile too many. Let's take one of these bad boys off. All right. I guess I can do... I don't know. I guess I'll do one on top. I'm trying to decide which one to do. Right now, we're done taking any dupes. We've got 10. Once we get the plastic stable and we get the reed fiber stable and we get enough Drecos going, we should be pretty good. We go to the shearing station. We're going to do the grooming station. We're going to set this up to 8. We're going to set this up to 8. Then we are going to set the other one up to like 40, I think. Yes, are they going to be unhappy? Yes, no question about it. We're not going to worry about eggs up here. We're only going to worry about the shearing station. That'll work. Well, we're getting down to almost a vacuum. Okay. I always forget to do that. That'll get rid of those. We'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of this. And we'll do that again. There we go. All right, our next section will be this section right here. Get that done. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being part of the stream. I really do appreciate it. We're doing all right here. This is Kasumis Asteroid, one of my viewers who asked me to play this one. It's not a very difficult asteroid. It's a Terra asteroid, and I'll share the let me come in here. Let's save it. There are the coordinates if you'd like to play it for yourself. All right. Slowly but surely, right? This game just takes a phenomenal amount of time. Oh, someone just wet themselves. Of course. Now it's going to be a while before it'll off gas. We'll be stuck. Let's set that back to 9. Let's just get this gas out. What a pain in the butt. I just want it out, so it won't off gas. They pee so easily when you're asking them to do stuff. How quick and easy they pee. All right. There they go. Little by little, we're getting this Draco Ranch done. Excellent. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to have the Mark II we are getting there. It's a good map. We're going to select this, the Draco, and we're going to set it to the max of 40. We're also going to be putting in a critter sensor. Okay. And I think we're going to put one there and one there. And what they're going to do is they're going to tell my pickup station, which I'll have next to the drop-off once I build this thing, or I might even put it over here, that when we get below a certain number of Dracos, that it'll send a green signal. Perfect. I also need to create a hole because I do need one more tile to make it 96. So I'll put it right there. That'll be 96 tiles, which is what we need for the chamber up on top, our starving chamber. There we go. We are almost at a total vacuum. This is almost ready. We've got our NG's tune-up, so that's nice. We've got some microchips. I'm going to go ahead and shut this. Well, I guess we can leave the microchips alone for now. We basically have infinite gold now that we found and tamed the gold volcano. We've also got infinite copper once we tame that volcano. We've got 2 salt slush geysers, which is awesome. There we go. As that will help us a lot with the cooling. We've got one up on top, one down here in the bottom. Our gold volcano is located down here, and that's been running now for a while. We got our infinite gas storage. We've stopped making refined stuff for the moment. We've got this ice biome that's just melting, and we're keeping everything cool, and we're keeping this cool steam vent plugged because of the pressure, and we're keeping it cool. So we've been running this refinery for quite some time, and yeah, it's hot, but it's not causing any damage or anything. We also got to prepare to get rid of all this gas. It is time to start preparing that gas to go. Once we get this done, yep, get all that beautiful little purple wallpaper in to our Draco chamber. So the temperature's about 87 degrees, so we're going to need to put some Wheezeworts in here. I have no seeds right now. I'm using all 4 of my Wheezeworts for my little freezer. There's one annoying piece of polluted oxygen in there, but I'm not going to worry about it too much, as everything is like negative 30, negative 40 degrees. And as long as that's up on top and it doesn't drop, which it shouldn't because carbon dioxide's hot, or I'm sorry, heavy, we don't have to worry about that. We still have an original water here, which is pretty funny. We're doing all right. Everything seems to be all right. I'm not worried about the mushrooms. We still need to tap into this natural gas geyser. Set those to 9 so they'll do the NG's tune-up. We are almost ready. Hello, welcome to the view. What we're working on now is our Draco Ranch. It's a bit slow going, but we'll get there. The dupes are working on other things as well. Cycle 360 now. We're 5 cycles away from the new year. And I'm going to need at least 2 Wheezeworts. I'm going to need 2 Wheezeworts. I think I'll come down here and grab this. There we go. Then we'll come in and we'll get rid of that. We'll excavate that since we have one person with that skill now. There we go. All right, so far so good. And we're getting so close to being done here. Get that top section done. We know they're going to pee in there. They always seem to pee in there whenever I do a red alert or yellow alert. Unfortunately. Well, everybody's sleeping. All right. After this, after we get plastic and everything going, I may go ahead and dig up to space. We need to get a lot more steel so we can get our space program going and start working on supercoolant. I would say we're probably in the mid-game by now. That's for sure. Here they come. And we are officially in a vacuum. Thank goodness. Now this is kind of the hard part, is putting in the gas. We need to make sure we have enough carbon dioxide to do 2 rows here on the bottom. So when we grow our meal lice, we need to grow the meal lice, but the meal lice has to be in carbon dioxide. And then we also need to make sure that we've got enough hydrogen for their scales to grow back. Now on the top here, we don't need anything because of the fact that it's kind of like, well, they're starving to death anyway. So kind of what's the point? I think I'm going to do it. Yep. Welcome in if you're just joining us. We're approaching the end half hour, the last half hour of our stream, maybe an hour. Depends on how I feel. I want to get this Dreco Ranch done so we can start. I know that we're not going to have enough gas pressure for a minute. I do need to do that. So we can shut that off. Make sure that vent is closed. When we connect the hydrogen, I want to control that. I know I need I need a ton of carbon dioxide down here. The dupes are working as hard as they can, I'm afraid. We're going to go back to 4-speed. That should help us out. There we go. Done. Let's switch that bad boy off. And let's connect our hydrogen. There it goes. And then what we're going to do here . Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug it in here. I'm going to put the high vent, because what I want to do is I want to make sure that if any oxygen accidentally gets sucked in, we're not putting it into our hydrogen tank. The hydrogen itself will come up, set off the sensors, and we're good to go. Good. We have... Now, before we do anything else, we need to go in and disconnect these two pumps because I was setting myself up for failure with the fact that these pumps, I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do with the... I know I want to cancel that one, cancel this one, and then we're going to do this. To make it easy, and then we're going to get rid of these two and those three. And just to make sure we're good, I'm going to disconnect them. There we go. That should do it for us. As I do not want the first round of carbon dioxide to be sucked out either way. So, and here they come. There we go. Excellent. Now we're going to get that figured out. There it goes. The power launched them. Now I just need to find a way to get it out. So let me go to my mark. Trying to decide which way I want this to go. I think I want it to go up so the eggs come out the center. I think that would be good. And then have my... Just for now, we just need somewhere for it to go. And then we're going to take this one. See if I can get it to go that way. There we go. This is going to bypass it either way because we're only going to shear. We're only going to collect. We're not going to collect any eggs in this one. The eggs are going to stay up here. This one is going to take the eggs and push it off. If you're wondering what that building is, it's a Splitter Mark II. It's a modded building that I really like a lot. It does a really nice job. We're going to put 40 critters there. I don't think I have room for the critter condo. Let me see here. Airborne, there's the critter condo. Yeah, I don't really have the room for it, I'm afraid. Up here I do. So, I mean, that could make them a little bit happier, I guess. But here we go. All right, excellent. Excellent. Just takes so long to build everything. Let's get that built. I need to redesign this so that the critter condo fits. The problem with it is I need this. See, it's going to miss right there. I need to move it over one more. Same with that. I need to move this one over one more. Okay, that one's good. And that one's missing one. So I need to move that one over one. I screwed up that one. There we go there. There it is. Let me get rid of that. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. All right. Now we need to mess the power again. There we go, that's better. Slow but steady, eh? I'm so glad we found that gold volcano. That was huge. I've also included the seed to this asteroid on our chat so that you're able to play the same asteroid I'm on, if you so desire. Alright, so we're going to do eggs. Critter eggs. Yep, we're going to do critter eggs. And then this one we're going to do plastic, which is under manufactured material. Well, we're going to do everything except for critter eggs. We're not doing any critter eggs, which are perfect. We'll do everything else. Now for these, we'll need critter eggs as well. There we go. Good. Should be just about ready now. We can get rid of this one. I don't know how many meal ice I actually need for 8 Drecos. I should figure that out, because if I have room for a critter condo down here, that would definitely increase our egg production, no question. I'm curious. You know? It's 3 tall, though. Huh. We're getting there. I mean, they are getting it done. We'll be ready for our Drecos soon. Let's get some carbon dioxide up there. We're doing well. Oh, I didn't put the power up there? I thought I had. That should be good there. Make sure nobody's pooping themselves, because for some reason they like to do that a lot. Don't poop yourself, please, in a vacuum. I'd appreciate that. And then we need to take dirt off. We need to make sure they're not picking up dirt, because there are going to be 2 containers of dirt here that our auto sweepers are going to feed to our meal ice. There we go. Well, so far so good. Almost done with our Dreco Ranch. There goes some carbon dioxide. Excellent. We're almost done. We've got carbon dioxide. Only milligrams, but we'll get more. This is for the, we'll turn this on for a second, let a little bit of hydrogen gas in. Okay. There we go. Let's push it down. Excellent. We'll need a Wheezewort. And the nice thing is whenever the Drekos poop, the auto sweepers will go ahead and feed the Wheezewort the phosphorite. That they will. Pretty sure I can get rid of these now. The bottom rung, anyway. We've almost got it done. We have 8 tons of dirt. So when I put in these containers, I need to make sure that they're 4,000 and 4,000. Of dirt, so they're evenly spaced. Right, we are almost ready. Let's start bringing in our Drekos. Oh. They added another arbor tree, which we need to get rid of. We need to make sure they're not building there, so I am going to unfortunately have to remove that tile. Let me shut this off. Shut this off. All right. Make sure we get these guys out. Get our printables, some gold. All right. We should start seeing the Drekos come into the base. We need some more carbon dioxide. Otherwise, there's not going to be enough gas. There's got to be enough gas pressure for the meal ice. We're going to start with 3. We're going to make that 4,000 of dirt. And we're going to copy that into this one. All right. There goes some more carbon dioxide that'll fall down to the bottom. Oh, here comes our first Drekos. Pause for a minute, make sure these are all set to 9 because we want to shave them and groom them as quickly as we can. I don't like that decor. We'll toss some more hydrogen in the room. All right, let's look at our gases. We need to make sure that we're compressing the carbon dioxide, but at the same time, we're making sure there's enough hydrogen and they'll be able to grow their butts. Oh, and now we need a pickup spot. We'll put that here. Not 100% sure why they put him in that room, but you know what? It's okay. He's cozy. It'll increase his chance for an egg. We're going to set up our automation before we fix that. There we go. There goes the reed fiber. Out the door. Very good. Now they're not having to go all the way in the base to handle it. And there goes some more plastic. Heck yeah. And there goes our plastic out the door. And there goes all that stuff out the door. Done. Excellent. And now our auto sweeper will automatically feed these guys. Pressure, there's just not enough pressure. Let's put some more hydrogen in there. It's just it's kind of like a slow process to make sure that we're going to say this is 0. And we're going to say for all the Drecos. And then eventually they're going to come in and get him, and they're going to put him in this room automatically because our signal is saying it's green. Okay, let's go ahead and shut that down again. We still need more carbon dioxide. Quite a bit of it, to be exact. I might even put Mimica down here. The Mimica will help it grow quicker. They're getting that done. I really need that to get done there. Make sure I have enough carbon dioxide in here. Ah, that's why. There's no carbon dioxide in there, unfortunately. How am I going to work this? How am I going to do this? I think I am going to do a second one. I'm going to have that go around kind of in a circle. We're going to do a gas filter on this one. We are going to have it come back down so it goes back inside when it circles. We're going to have this do that. And we're going to have this come around the top and have it come this way. And then what we'll do is, that's already powered. That'll let that circle for a little bit and get that carbon dioxide out of that chamber. Because there's a ton of carbon dioxide in there. It'll be carbon dioxide only. And then we're going to do carbon dioxide. Excellent. And that should allow... because they're still building this. Once that's done... Make sure it works. Come on. There we go. And there goes the carbon dioxide. Excellent. It'll just keep circling around for a little while until I get the carbon dioxide out. That works. That works very well. Yay. I can always use it, too, to get rid of the good gases, like if there's oxygen in there or polluted oxygen. I can do the circle. It's kind of a waste of power, but what are you going to do? It works. And it works well. Excellent. That'll get us more carbon dioxide up here and increase the pressure, which is what we need. Excellent. Got to take care of the issues. Let's see, where's our other Drecos? They gone? They're gone. Here's one. Wrangle him. So got to come down here and get the two that are down here at the bottom. Let's see. Okay. There we go. That'll work. That'll work. Before I get off the stream, I want to make sure we finish this geyser. I mean, see, they already did it. They grabbed him, and they'll move him into here before he dies from starvation. It's alive long enough for them to eat, which is always good. We really need that gas. I may end up having to just pump that up. I don't want to, but I may end up having to do it that way. Let's see if he's coming up with more carbon dioxide. Steel is what I need. Let's make some fish. Well, actually, I don't want to kill those little guys. There we go. There we go. Excellent. I think that's what we're going to have to do to get enough gas in there. That's going to take forever. This may be a problem we're going to have to solve on the next stream, possibly. We're working on Trying to get enough carbon dioxide up at the top. I'm just going to have to do it, I guess. I think that's going to be the Coupe de Gracie. Let's see what we got. Gloves again. Just sad. And then we're going to put... Otherwise, it's going to take too long. There we go. All right. Now to get that pipeline built, right? Starting here. Start at the top and work our way down, right? I can't afford to have my Draco starve. That's the problem. There we go. Eat. Yes. Somebody ate, which is always good. I'm going to put it on that side. Because all the carbon dioxide seems to be on that side. I need more carbon dioxide so bad. Almost 200 kilograms. That's good news. There you go. Go get that bad boy. Excellent. Go take that up there. There we go. Okay, get that water off of you, boy. There you go. Yay. Let's get down to the bottom. You start letting some more of that meal ice that... Ah, another one? Excellent. Excellent. Good. This is what we need. I'm not going to sign off until our Draco Ranch is perfect. All that wonderful carbon dioxide is now pushing this down. Excellent. There they go. Not sure why these guys are just sitting there. Maybe because they're starving. Their mood is glum. Alright. Maybe I made those pipes for nothing, because I feel like we're getting quite a bit of carbon dioxide now. And maybe just tiny amounts, but heck. I'll take it. There we go. We're down to 8 tons of dirt. The canister's still... almost done. I'm going to lower it down to 5. Till it gets done. That's good. Now don't worry, it's not going to overpower our hydrogen. Our hydrogen will overpower it. Did you just put a new one in there? Let's go ahead and shut that down for a minute. I may need to get rid of some of that carbon dioxide if I put too much in there. We also want to make sure this removes any rotten dirt too, so that's good. Let's see. Yeah, we're good. Don't want any polluted oxygen in here. We need to compress everything down. So we may end up having to rebuild one of these bad boys. And I may have ended up accidentally... I don't know if that's a glitch or what's happening there, but... there we go. Okay, let's shut that off for a minute. It's compressing. It's compressing. What are they like? Oh, they go to 10,000 grams, so that's good. Just for now. We'll reconnect it here shortly. I want to allow this hydrogen to kind of pressure a little bit more. Okay. Get rid of some more of that gas. Okay, let's see what's happening. What we wanted is we want the hydrogen gas to be along this line right here. That would be the optimum. For sure. We also don't want the room to get too cold, because what will happen is the body temperature of that can go down. So we want to make sure we don't actually freeze it out. All right, let's take out some more of that gas. We're bringing it down. We're bringing it down. Bringing it down. Bringing it down. Okay, let me disconnect it. All right, see where we're at. We're getting lower. We're getting lower. Might end up there. I might be happy with that. I just don't want to start sucking out hydrogen like I did there. Although it is just going to go up to the top, so I guess that's okay. I'll be able to recapture it. Then we lose some hydrogen. We lose some hydrogen. Okay. Just about there. I think that's good. I think we're about where we want to be. About here. I think we're good. Yeah, I think that's good. I think I'm happy with that. And I made the other pipes for absolutely nothing. What a waste of labor. But what are you going to do? How's the temperature down here? We're okay. Get rid of that. We're now going to take all of our stuff here, except for critter eggs and no critters. And we're going to go ahead and do this. And we'll just put it there. Nice and easy. We've already got our first critter egg, another Draco egg. We're going to move all of our critter eggs over here once they clean this room out. We've got 7.7 tons of dirt. I don't know if that'll be enough. All right, but we got our Draco ranch. We are solid. Let me go back to 3-speed. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my eggs. Oh, I gotta get those guys out. And then what I gotta do is I gotta take my eggs. We'll put it right there. And now we'll get rid of this stuff. I'm pretty happy with that. And this should hold. Yep. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cut this off here. We're going to put all that, oh, sorry about that. We're going to put all that back into the environment. Look at our power. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Excellent. That'll put all the hydrogen in the pipe back into the room. We're solid here. We've moved all those eggs over that are incubating. We got that little baby Draco in there. We're going to say no critters. No critter eggs. We're going to go ahead and clean the room one more time. Well, actually, we need to get rid of this stuff. I hope that was helpful. I hope that I helped out. I hope that that was pretty sweet. Make sure I didn't click critter. Yeah, get rid of the last little bits of stuff. And our Draco Ranch is complete. I'm pretty pleased. We're going to move some more critter eggs. Now this should really start helping with our plastic production. I'm tempted to put an incubator up here and start to incubate these things. Anybody out there think that's a good idea, or should I just let them hatch normally and let them just build up? Already got 7 out of 8 and 5 out of 8, so I mean we may just wait. Now I'm going to get those 3 guys. Let's see here. Put them up there, and then I'm going to shut this off. And figure out what I want to do with that. But I do know that I built all that pipe for nothing. I'm going to cut the power off here temporarily to let it kind of even itself out as we're recouping all of that delicious hydrogen. Now we need to find somewhere to put that hydrogen. We're going to start working on our power spine. I think our power spine might go over here. And we're going to get plastics. We're going to go with the 4 kilowatt wire. Everything's looking good. Make sure the temp is okay. Yep, let's save the game. All right. 7.5 tons of dirt. I see why they were stuck there. It's because they didn't finish their animation. All right. Fill up that dirt. It's okay. They're going to be the next episode. We're going to have Atmos suits up and running. We're going to seal the base. We're going to rethink our stables. I think our research is pretty much done. I don't want to waste any more dirt, though, on these. So we'll go from there. How did we not have the Prehistoric Planet Pack not activated. I don't know. I hope I didn't just screw something up. Okay. How is nothing? Let's save it first and let's turn off. Oh, we don't want to turn that on. How do we go 375 cycles and not load everything in? That's funny. But we're going to load things now. That would explain some of the buildings missing. Yep, yeah. We're activating all the other DLCs because I seem to have somehow not done that. Silly me. There we go. Now we'll get all the buildings we're supposed to get. That's okay. Hey, the Bates 30. Thank you so much for the follow. If you're still in the room, I really appreciate it. I don't have 2 computer monitors, so I'm unable to see everything right away, but I'm working on that. I'm definitely working on that. So let me resave the game. I was wondering what happened to our dinosaur bones, the ones that you build out of fossil. I didn't know what the heck happened with that. So all right. Now I can come into the bedrooms and I can build my... There they are. This is what I was looking for. That adds... The fossil adds so much decor to everything. Pretty exciting. It's a lot of stuff off-gassing there, huh? Let me see here. Subliminator and organic. Well, we don't want all of organic. We just want the ones that off-gas. There we go. We're going to put it there. Clean up some of that stuff. So the next episode, we're going to be looking at composting, getting to space, biome. That's great. That's perfect. That's exactly how I want it. Yes. Things are good right now. We got our nature reserve with 5 plants. I may end up just digging these out, but I haven't decided what I want to do yet with that. Time we start cleaning up our base. That's off-gassing. We've got 658,000. And it's time we start rethinking our stables, our food. We're getting to a point now where we're really going to be able to start getting things together. I'm going to get rid of a few of the mushrooms here. It's time to start reducing labor, automating a lot of things. Get that Dreco out of here. Too hot for them. That's why they're not growing. So we're going to get rid of that whole side. I so appreciate everyone who hung out with me the whole stream tonight as we're wrapping things up. I appreciate it quite a bit, for sure. All right. So our food production is going to go down a little bit. We're going to have to figure out how we're going to deal with this. We're probably going to drop it all. That's what I'm thinking. Clean all this stuff up. Got our sand shells. I think we got, yeah, cooked seafood, all that good stuff. Yep. So we're rocking it out. We need to work on taming this natural gas geyser. We need to work on putting all this water together. We've got plastic now coming in. We've got our deep freezer built here, which is still a little annoying with that little tiny piece, but I'm not worried about it because it's cold. It's cold. Negative 40 degrees. We are going to, like I said, we're going to start expanding to the left, the upper left, and we're going to rethink our stables. So we've got dirt coming in from these guys, and we're going to create this is all set up and ready to go, so we need to seal our base, but we're looking really, really good. Save one more time. We're also going to have to work on our, let's see if we got, I know we got all extras, so let's recycle those. Gloves, we got standard gloves, a big 200. We got specialty gloves, all doubles, and our Atmos suits, double. So we got half. We got 3 of the 6 new blueprints, and they were all doubles, unfortunately. All right, I think we're going to be calling it a night. It's 11:19 Eastern Standard Time. And our Dreco Ranch, I'm very happy. Our Dreco Ranch is solid. And yeah, they put the baby up there. The baby was born, but they'll grab it and put it into here, and that'll fill that up, and then we'll start having our drowning, our regular chamber to shred them out. It's great. Very good. Is there a reason why that can't get to it? No. Lots of phosphorite sitting there. We got phosphorite. Oh, it doesn't have power. Okay. Well, that would explain it. There it goes. My bad, my bad, my bad. And we are solid, guys. We need to put these to 9. And we need to put these, we need them at 5 so that it'll prioritize the Weezeworts. And feed the Weezeworts. And they're going to grab that little guy and throw him in here. We'll have our first chamber full, and we're 3 away from being full here. So good. Excellent. All right. Well, I guess we're going to save one last time, and we're going to call it a night. I hope everybody enjoyed the stream. I hope that I'll see you again tomorrow if I'm able to get on. I don't see any reason why I can't. And we have a lot to do to finish this series. So I hope you all have a great night. God bless and stay safe.